Hello, everybody! I'm Ramsis.
And I'm the Vespor.
And we're here for another edition of Back in Time, Spooktober 2025. That's right, our 5th Halloween edition here on Vesper's Retro Reviews. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and
ring that bell
so we can bring you many more spooky adventures such as this one. Today's trip back in time is going to be Halloween Commercials, Volume 5.
Hey, you know what? Just like every year, we use these commercials to help us decide where we're going to go to throw our Halloween parties. We invited Joe Piscopo, we invited Elvira, we invited all of them. Unfortunately, we got a lot of rejection letters because of a certain someone.
Why do you always blame me? Why am I always the blame? I did nothing. I might have called Joe about 100 times after we got the number, and now he's has us blocked and said don't let them come near me. And Elvira didn't like some of the comments I made about her products, but that has nothing to do with me. That's not the reason. They just don't like you.
This guy, folks.
Okay, we don't need any special guests. We're gonna have a fun party, and this time I'm not gonna let anything happen to me. For 4 years I've been abused at these Halloween events. I am not having it this time. I'm standing my ground. You're gonna see a much braver, tougher, stronger Ramses.
Well, you know what? He's saying this when no one's coming, folks. Well, except for, of course, the Pepsi Monster. We'll see if he stands up to him.
Pepsi Monster. Why is he always at our Halloween party?
Well, him and his families have always treated us well here.
Well, what are you talking about? Do I need to give you a list of all the things they've done to me over the years? Never mind, Vester, put that down. Yeah, he has a list here. And you know, one of my favorite places is, of course, Toys R Us. You know why Toys R Us is great? It was the place to go to before you had Walmart, before you had Spirit of Halloween, before you had Party City, and a lot of these places are gone, by the way, including Toys R Us. But Toys R Us was a great place to go for costumes. So I found a very good commercial, 1995, and this might give us some path on how to go about our costumes.
I'm all about getting into good retro costumes, especially from Toys R Us. So, from 1995, Toys R Us Halloween commercial.
Alright, I think you're gonna like this.
Look out, because this Halloween, Toys R Us is your Halloween headquarters. You'll find every trick or treat under the moon. A monstrous selection of costumes and a dungeon full of decorations at prices so low, you'll howl. So this Halloween, bring the entire family to Toys R Us for a Halloween selection so huge, it's scary.
Wow, that was a great commercial. I love it when Dracula tells him we should come shop at his favorite destination.
I always love when they do the Dracula commercials. Come on, come down to wherever and get the... Yeah, it's always great when they do the Dracula impression. But the funny thing is, you don't see one vampire in the whole commercial. But you have a lot of great retro stuff. Of course, the most memorable is the whole Sith gang there hanging out. The Darth Vader's being pushed in the cart while 3 stormtroopers push him. So is that how Darth Vader celebrates his Halloween?
I'm looking at these wonderful selection of Halloween costumes, and just putting the costume on just instantly changes you into those things, which is awesome. That saves me having to put on even more stuff.
Great selection. I mean, it's hard to believe that really Toys R Us was this big into Halloween, but it makes a lot of sense. A toy store for kids. You want to become the focal point for your Halloween shopping. And you have to remember, like I mentioned at the beginning, they didn't have all these other places really focusing on it. And even if they did, they wanted in on that. Why should we let Party City? Why should we let Kmart and places like that have all the fame and attention for Halloween? Toys R Us wanted in on that. And they really had aisles like this. It really is not misleading here what they're showing. The aisles were gigantic, filling up the store with Halloween merchandise. You know, I didn't remember everything in the commercial, but then I remembered, oh yeah, it ended with the kid acting like the werewolf. That's a pretty good werewolf costume.
Yeah, problem is, I guarantee you probably couldn't get that from Toys R Us.
Well, Vester, the problem is I don't really see any costume ideas here for us. The idea was we were supposed to get some costume ideas.
Here's what we're going to do. They had some of that funky stuff there. It looks like pus. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm going to grab it. And let's take a look at this and see what's so great about it.
All right, so a good start, and the spooky thing is Toys R Us is gone, and that's really the scary part of all this. Hard to believe they're gone, but...
Or are they? I do remember in an outing here recently in New York, we did find a Toys R Us.
All right, well, let's see what this stuff is that you actually grabbed here. All right, what do we got here? Spooky Goop. All right, Spooky Goop. That's right. I don't know if I've ever heard of that stuff. All right, so from 1988, we have Spooky Goop. All right, so that's different. We don't have to worry about a mask. We don't have to wear a whole costume. We can apply this stuff on our face and then wear a costume with it.
Yeah, that's right. So let's take a look at some Spooky Goop.
It's alive! My most perfect creation! that fit?
Introducing Spooky Goop, horrifying monster makeup you make up at home. Spooky Goop's bubbling lizard lips, bat bones, and toad toes create a ghoulish goo that makes a monster out of you.
Now that's a face no mother could love.
Spooky Goop, spine-tingling makeup for Halloween or any unearthly occasion.
Vespor, I'm not putting that stuff on. Non-toxic. You want to put that stuff on your face?
It's definitely not toxic, and you know what? If you actually put this on your face, it'll make you look even better than what you look like now.
Well, I didn't know you can improve perfection. I guess you got to put regular paint on first, and then you layer the goop on. Is that how this works?
I imagine it is. It doesn't look like it's that hard to do. Don't forget, back in the 80s and 90s, we loved to put on makeup. We usually had those $2 masks, those cheap plastic ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes. I've had many of those in my lifetime. I like the storyline here. The sister is creating a monster, and they're doing a whole Frankenstein, Igor type spoof. I like the idea. You have the smoke. But I always wondered, where do the kids get these elaborate sets in their rooms? You know, like there's the smoke bubbling, and they have all the lights flashing everywhere. I was a kid. I never had any of that stuff in my room when I was working with this.
Oh, I always wish that too, but this is also something they always did in all of those cartoon commercials. You buy the figures and they're on these elaborate play sets. You're going like, I want some of that. After we get you goopified, I want to remember this and hold it over your head forever. So we should probably head out and look for something that we can take a picture of this with.
Oh, no, Vespor, so this is my costume choice? This Frankenstein goop monster?
Yes, because you know what? I'm paying for it as your boss.
All right, Vespor, I guess I have no choice because we're running out of time. I mean, I gotta put the slop on here. Vespor, why are you holding that 1990 era Polaroid Instamatic camera at me as I'm putting this stuff on?
Well, Ramses, that's because I saw this commercial from the early 90s, Polaroid, Monster Under the Bed.
Mike. What?
There's something under the bed. I heard something.
There's nothing under the bed.
I heard something.
See, look, it's just Fluffy. He got scared by a dumb cat.
I wasn't scared.
I told you there was nothing under the bed.
All right, Vespor, my costume is ready. All right, I'm gonna pose for the camera now.
Yep, all right.
Grrr, look at this. I look like Frankenstein. Know that. Ah, look at that. And instantly, yeah, you know, these Polaroids are really happening. And speaking of that, we should really talk about this commercial. You know, I don't really remember this commercial, but I remember Polaroid. You know, they still make Polaroid. It's a different version of it now. It's similar, but it's not exactly what this old school Polaroid cameras were. And that was great. If you wanted instant satisfaction, as long as you didn't mind tiny little pictures that came out of it, it was a great way to get instant.
I know, this is like the secret weapon all the kids had back in the early 90s. Right here, is there something under my bed? Well, you just put your Polaroid down there, and boy, Fluffy looks a lot different than I remember.
There's a lot of questions to be asked here. They had the camera ready. The whole room is flashing with lightning. He has flashlights everywhere. The older brother's like, oh, come on, let's get to sleep already. I'll just use the camera here, and yeah, there you go. Does that look like a cat to you, Vespor?
I have taken many pictures of many things in my life, and usually when I take a picture of a cat, it doesn't have gigantic glowing yellow eyes.
No.
Overall, you see it's got a great quality, and as you see here, put the other monster to shame. They're just that ugly.
Oh, well, Vespor, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not, but that really does get me into the Spooktober feel, doesn't it? I'm ready for the party here. I look even worse than the monster under the bed, and I didn't even have to do much. I just applied some of this goop onto my face, which is kind of hardening, Vespor. It's making it a little hard to talk here, you know, with this stuff on.
Oh, it's not that hard to talk. That's just because you haven't had a good meal or some food.
I mean, it's just me, you, Pepsi Monster, and some of his relatives, Vespor. Who else are we inviting to this?
Well, anybody that would come that is benefit our show.
Oh, so anyone that hasn't been insulted by us? That's not many people.
What's this us,
Wait,
monster?
You're gonna put all the blame on me?
Yes, because
Vespor,
it
let's
is
get
your
the
fault.
decorations first. All right, you need a good pumpkin at your party, don't you?
Well, you're right. Maybe if we're getting some food, we can grab that on the way to get some.
Yeah, I want to do it. I'm in the monstrous mood now. I want to be able to do it. And you know, I have just the one. I'm gonna pick this one. I remember this item so well, Vespor. You remember that pumpkin cutter, and it came with a light too, and a scoop. They used to show this commercial all the time. From 1989, the pumpkin cutter. And it's cutter with a K, Vespor, because that makes it...
That's right. That's how we did things back then.
Look what's rising out of the pumpkin patch this Halloween. The Pumpkin Cutter, a great way to let your kids carve their own pumpkins without sharp edges that cut little hands. It even makes toothy grins easy to do. The Pumpkin Scoop removes seeds and pulp better than any spoon. And the Pumpkin Light replaces dangerous candles with glowing results. Have a great pumpkin this Halloween with the Pumpkin Cutter, Pumpkin Scoop, and Pumpkin Light.
Pumpkin Cutter products available at Long's Drugs and Safeway.
Wow, Vespor, this is quite a set. I didn't realize it came with so many things. Let's see, a knife, but it won't hurt your hand. You see the kid's cutting it, and he's not even looking, and he didn't cut his finger off.
Now you may be thinking, oh man, that light looks like it just takes like a AA battery. No, it takes 2 C batteries.
Wow, that could hurt you if you hit someone in the head with that thing, I'll tell you.
Well, I guess they expect us to literally turn it on 2 weeks before Halloween, just never turn it off.
Now, Vespor, I think we were under a misconception. These are not all part of one set. You gotta buy all 3 of these things separately. They couldn't put it into one nice little set for $19.99. No, you gotta buy all sold separately here. These are all out of business, these drugstores. Now, Vespor, have you ever made a jack-o'-lantern like this? I used to do this stuff with the family, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I absolutely love doing this stuff, but we actually use real knives down here.
Oh, you didn't use the pumpkin cutter with a K?
Nope, we use the chainsaw with a C. We never used actually electronic lights for our pumpkins. We always bought like cheap candles, but if you didn't burn them all night, you remember to blow them out, they lasted quite a while.
All right, so now we have our next pieces in place here. The pumpkin cutter, the pumpkin scoop, and the pumpkin light. We're gonna make the pumpkin. We're gonna put that outside. That's when the party's officially starting. We'll be right back, and then we'll get to our next commercial.
A little while later.
All right, here we are. The Vespor, how does it look? Pretty good, huh?
Not bad in the least. I am very surprised.
And I did this with the goop on. You know how hard it is to see with this stuff all over my face?
Well, yeah, I was very surprised to see the Pepsi monster there on the...
Yeah, here's my inspiration. If you want something to scare everybody away, to keep all the little monsters away, just put his ugly face on there, the Pepsi monster. I mean, look at this. It's the Pepsi monster.
Now, you know the rules, Ramses. Don't say the Pepsi monster's name 3 times in a row. You've already said it twice.
All right, Vespor. I know the rules. I won't say his name again. Ooh, right, folks? Yes, I won't say it again. Great. Look at it. He's backing away, everybody. Look at this. Hey, it's working. Ooh.
That's not how that works.
Ooh, it's scary. Let's move on.
You're laughing now.
Oh, Vespor.
Anyways,
I'm gonna set this up outside. Let's go get
some food before the party. Like I said, we're just having finger food tonight. So let's head to McDonald's. That's what every retro kid always wanted for a good Halloween party.
That's right. And they always had great celebrations for Halloween. And this is no different. Now, this is another classic that I think everyone will remember. They played this all throughout the late 90s. It'll be a Halloween McDonald's McNugget Buddies commercial, which will have Ronald and the Vulture. Yes, you'll remember the commercial with the Vulture. It was a multi-part series. We're only going to show the first part of it, but it's actually very cool. So here we go. 1996, McDonald's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Ronald, why are the McNugget buddies so scared? We're chicken.
Oh, you don't want to be chicken on Halloween. Yeah, you don't want to be a scaredy cat either.
What's coming up at McDonald's this Halloween? Ghoulish McNugget Buddies. With costumes you can rearrange, plus masks to give your face a change. You get one in each Happy Meal you buy. Now that's handy.
All right, Vespor, do you remember these commercials?
Yep. I had a younger sister, and she loved all this stuff, and we had so much of these McDonald's toys from back then. This was back when commercials were fun, the food at McDonald's was fun, and they didn't do that horrible thing that they do now of shrinkflating all their food.
Oh, yeah, I know. We don't love McDonald's anymore in the present, but you know something? This commercial was nostalgia overload. We had to get it. We got the chicken McNuggets, we got the toys, we got it all set up here, some fries, and it's gonna come with the Halloween toys. Now, it wasn't easy to get these exact toys, but somehow, Vespor, I was able to do it. You had the little McNuggets that could dress up as all the characters. They even have Ronald McDonald, they have like a ghost, they have a clown. And speaking of clown, do you see who is a werewolf in this person? Isn't that cool?
That is actually very cool. And as you can see here, this is just something fun for Halloween. You know what they're not doing in this commercial?
No.
They're not trying to give you your cup armband so you can be seen at night.
I like it. I like the toys. I like the theme. I like the jokes. I like the feel. I think this is very nostalgic. I think McDonald's and Halloween go hand in hand, Vespor. Now, did you like the joke, we're chicken and scaredy cat and all that?
Oh, I love the play on words. People today wonder where all these dad jokes came from. We were born from the dad jokes.
So great commercial, Vespor, but you know what I'm saying? Back in time waits for nobody. We are not done yet.
That's right. We need to get some snacks. Now, I always like a good trail mix, but you know also makes another good type of snack besides a trail mix?
Pretzels, potato chips,
and
peanuts.
just dry cereal.
Oh, dry cereal. Vesta, you know, this reminds me, there's always a certain bunch of monsters that show up in all of our Spooktober, and I was wondering when they were going to show up, and I think they're right around the corner here. This is a sequel or a commercial to one we've already showed. Is that fair to say? We did the Frankenberry version of it. Now we're going to do the Count Chocula, I Want a Monster for Breakfast Today commercial ad campaign from 1984. How about a monster for breakfast today? How was that?
No singing.
Count Chocula cereal is coming your way. How about the monster for breakfast today? Scared stiff.
We're not scared, Count.
Then you'll enjoy my Count Chocula cereal. The cereal with loads of chocolatey marshmallows in every bowl. You can count them. It's part of this good, nutritious breakfast.
And don't forget Frankenberry.
I like him that way. How about the monster for breakfast today?
That was fun, Vest.
Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but the Count's actually really creepy in this. I don't hate it, I actually love it, but he does come off as the wrong type of creep. Sneaking out of the woods, grabbing a couple of kids, taking them back to his spooky mansion. This really is an 80s horror movie involving kids.
It really is. It's fun how they snuck that in because the kids might not realize what's really going on here. The storyline is Count Chocula's all upset that no one will eat his cereal. Two kids ask what's wrong, and then he grins and pretty much brings them home without their permission and forces them to eat his cereal. I mean, that's pretty much what's going on in the commercial.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Sun doesn't work on me either. I'm going to shut the windows because apparently other Draculas forget to do that.
And do you know this is part of a complete balanced breakfast? And do you know how I know that, Vespor?
Because it's in the commercial.
No, because it has a piece of toast with butter, orange juice, and milk. And that's always part of a complete breakfast. When they say part of a complete breakfast, they always show toast with butter, orange juice, and milk along with the cereal. Now, I love the pencil style, too, and it's similar to our Frankenberry that we did with this, and it's so 80s. You know, they're wearing leotards and the boombox there. How 80s can we get here?
But here's the best part about it. It's just the fact that this actually makes me think of the Count as an actual monster because he's making them float, and he zaps freaking Frankenberry.
Yes, that's the best part. And you have to remember what happened in the other commercial. Frankenberry showed up, and then Count Chocula climbs up on the well, and Frankenberry drops the lion, so Count Chocula drops to his death.
Look here, this looks a lot more painful than what he did. Look at his face. He's like, haha, take this, sucker.
I didn't know he had electric power.
Does eating Count Chocula cereal give you that power? Just give me a second.
Vespor, how'd you do that? Ow, I'm smoking here.
You can't have any more of my Count Chocula cereal. It's mine.
Vespor, you already had Count Chocula. That didn't happen before.
Well, that's because I didn't realize I could do that until I watched the commercial.
Oh, boy. I love how the kids are laughing that he's zapping poor Frankenberry here.
Well, that's because these are kids of culture and realize chocolate is better than strawberry.
Oh, well, Vespor.
Unless they want their poop to turn pink.
Vespor, all right, that's it. Time to get a drink. And before
all right, then let's go get some Pepsi because...
Oh, no. I said I was taking control.
Sorry, I am the one in charge, and do you want electrocuted again?
Oh, Vespor, I'm still sizzling from that. All right, folks, but I'll get him for this. All right, so from 1991, it's a Pepsi and Dorito Monster match promotional. All right, Vespor, this sounds ridiculous. Why would I want to drink this slop?
You know, you shouldn't be saying that. He's listening at all times.
I am not worried about him. I'm not worried about him. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to be fooled this time. I'm not even going to say his name. We're just going to watch this horrible commercial, and then I'll get you for this. I have my own plan. You think you got me this time? 1991, Pepsi and Doritos, everybody, for Halloween.
They went to Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie.
This Halloween, find monster game pieces in Pepsi products and Doritos brand tortilla chips. The right match can win you thousands of prizes, up to $1 million. Look for specially marked packages. It could change your life for good.
You'll never take out the garbage.
Play Pepsi Doritos Monster Match for monster money.
Frank!
Oh, Vespor, I kind of look like him wearing all this stuff, Vespor. I can relate. Someone nagging at me and ordering me around, and oh boy, I feel like, yeah, this is very fitting. That could be me here.
Definitely would be you, because if you did win something, it too would take you 20 years to get the prize.
Yes, you noticed that, huh, Vespor? Yeah, I saw that said before. He wins, and then it says, $1 million prize paid as a 20-year annuity. So this is 1991, but you don't get the last payment until 2011. And $1 million divided by 20 is $50,000 a year.
Minus around 40% taxes, so you're getting about $28,000.
And that's not chump change, but at the same time, is all this effort to get these pieces worth it? No, and I'm sure it was like all those other campaigns where, spoiler alert everybody, it's not random. They really do purposely put the winning piece in a certain location, knowing where it's going to be. Not who's going to get it, but where it's going to be. It's purposely done.
I love the idea of this commercial, and they use Frankenstein good. I love his expressions. I mean, this is perfect. It even shows you all the Doritos you should be eating with Pepsi.
Well, I do like Doritos. I will say that. Even though Frito Lay is a subsidiary of Pepsi Co. I do like Yum Foods. I've eaten many of their products. But this drink, Pepsi, oh, it's horrible. But let's get back to the commercial, Vespor. We owe our audience a little analysis here. So Frank wants to get rid of his wife. I think that's the storyline I'm getting here. And now he has the money to do it. Is that what's going on?
Well, I mean, she's complaining. Like, we went to your brother's instead of going to Cancun.
He's like, I want $1 million, even though it's only $50,000 minus taxes a year. But hey, that's enough to start a new life. Why not? You know?
Actually, it wouldn't be that bad to start a new life with. At least back in the early 90s, not now.
Doritos, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi, Mountain Dew are the products they're sponsoring. And they, don't forget, they had all these tie-ins with Universal for years. This is good tongue-in-cheek humor. And boy, who knew Frankenstein's wife was such an egg?
But you know what? Still a great commercial. And I've got all kinds of Pepsi, because I know that the Pepsi Monster and his family is totally cultured, like us here at the studio. And I had to buy a lot of it, so I'm going to go ahead and get the big cart. So wait here, and I'll start loading this up. Don't you go nowhere. I've seen you looking at the Coke. Don't go over there.
Vespor.
That's one of the ways to get his attention upon you.
Vespor, when I do a thing like that, I mean, this is ridiculous.
Whatever. Stay there. Wait.
You go.
Yeah. Just remember, his time of year.
His time of year. Ooh, the Pepsi Monsters. Oh.
I'm warning you.
Pepsi Monster. Oh,
that's twice.
I'm real scared, everybody.
Don't say it 3 times.
No, Vespor.
All right, well, I'm going to go get the buggy. I'll be back in a moment.
Pepsi Monster. All right, everybody. Now that the idiot's gone, I'm going to show you a real commercial. So forget what you just saw. Boy, it's getting really windy in this store. But I brought my coat along with this goop costume I have here. So anyway, here's a real product for your Halloween parties. Coke is it. Coke is the way to go. And in 1989, our favorite Joey Lawrence, whoa, yep, that guy from Blossom and from Give Me a Break. See, I know my retro history here, folks. Joey Lawrence is going to give you a fun experience Halloween with a real drink, Coca Cola. Wow, it's really getting stormy out there. Okay, so here it is from 1989, Coca Cola with Joey Lawrence. Oh, you can't beat that. You can't beat the real thing. Here we go.
Check it out! You guys hear something? Come on, shut up.
You guys are so immature.
Was that your sister?
I'm not sure.
Get it out of here!
So there you go. That was a real commercial, folks. Now, the funny thing to note is Joey Lawrence is the main kid here. And the other 2 kids have been in other stuff, but Joey Lawrence is actually the big star of this one. And another thing to note is that sister is wearing the same goop costume I'm wearing. So hey, she has good taste. Oh, wait, here comes the dummy. I mean, I've got my boss Vespor. Here he comes.
Holy crap, we're inside of a store? Why is it like this? Did they, like, have a sunroof or something?
I don't know, Vespor. It just suddenly happened right after I started this commercial, but that's how it is sometimes. In these stores, they have leaks, they have bumps, they have breaks, you know. That's all right. I already bought the stuff. We're all good. We can get out of here.
Oh, wow. Is that a young Joey Lawrence there?
That's right. And now you know what you have to say when you see Joey Lawrence.
Whoa.
That's right. And I love this commercial in that it's like playing the psycho music and it's getting a little scary. Someone has a knife. Monsters approaching them. Uh-oh. Open the door. They're watching a movie and it's their sister.
Wow, I didn't know you was in this commercial.
Vespor, do I look like that right now?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're a lot uglier than that.
Oh, Vespor, I think my costume is a little more impressive than that, Vespor. Anyway, so you see the goop is very effective. Look at how scared those kids were. But the thing is, she wasn't getting a knife, she was getting a bottle opener, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it was. But you know what? Why are you watching a Coke commercial? We got all this Pepsi.
How many times I have to tell you, we are not drinking Pepsi. I ain't afraid
Wait
to
a second.
know, monster.
Did you hear that? That wasn't thunder.
Yes, sir.
Wait a second. You call his name 3 times while watching a Coke commercial because you said it.
Oh, Vespor, it's all right. I said it before the commercial, so it's okay.
Okay, so what did you say?
I said Pepsi Monster, Pepsi Monster, Pepsi Monster.
Oh God, I'm getting out of here. He ignores it if you say it 3 times beforehand, but when you're watching a Coke commercial, it really ticks him off. Oh crap.
Vespor, Oh, there he goes, folks. I mean, I don't understand him. You know, Mr. Bravery here. Power's going on and off. I hear a huge stomping sound. Vespor, you're very funny, Vespor. Ha ha. Yeah, all right, the joke's over. Uh-oh, he's right behind me. Oh, Pepsi Monster. Oh, wait a minute. He's not here. Oh, what's on the TV? The mystery commercial for this edition of Spooktober's Back in Time. All right. Well, it says, push this button, must play now. All right, we'll do that here. Let's see. Well, it's convenient. They had a nice TV set up, and it's the CRT too, which is really cool. Very retro. All right, let's see. All right, push play on mystery commercial. Here we go. All right, folks. It looks like this is the mystery commercial for this year's edition of Spooktober Back in Time, and I'm gonna play it, and we'll see what happens. Here we go.
Have you noticed? You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd today agrees. Those who think young say, Pepsi, please. They pick the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi for those who think young. When you say Pepsi, please, you're putting yourself among people who like their leisure. With Pepsi, the drink that's young. So go ahead and pick the drink that lets you drink young as you think. Yes, get the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi for those who think young.
That was creepy. That was strange. Well, who would play this old school Pepsi commercial from the 60s? Vespor, that's not even our retro period. I'm getting a little scared. Where did everybody go? Wait, the place is... Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Why is everything black and white all of a sudden, Vespor? Vespor, where are you? All the Pepsi bottles are opening. Where did all these come from? Who's playing that music? What's going on here? What is this?
You'll hear them ask for Pepsi first.
All right. This is getting a little surreal now. All right, the joke's over, everybody. All right, I'm getting out of here. Forget the soda. We don't need it. I'm going to the party. I think Vespor left for the party, folks. Hello? Is anybody in the supermarket? Hello? Nobody's here. More bottles are opening. All right, and who's playing that music? It's getting louder. It's getting creepier. What's going on? Everything's black and white. Vespor, help! Vespor! Oh, Vespor, there you are. All right, well, that's better. Yeah, I'd be scared for a second. Boy, the lights are still out in here. Pepsi Monster, what are you doing here? Ah, get me out of here, Vespor!
For those who think young.
Whew, got everything here. Oh, look, it's the family of the Pepsi Monster, but where's the Pepsi Monster? Oh, you say you had to go out? Oh, really? So he went to come and help carry the Pepsi back? Well, I didn't see him. Ramses was watching a Coke commercial and called out the Pepsi Monster's name 3 times. Ah, nothing could have happened. That's surely a superstition, right? Oh, it actually does summon him, and he's really mad. All right, Pepsi family, let's have a great time. I'm sure Pepsi Monster will bring back Ramses in 1 or more pieces. And so that was this year's edition of Spooktober 2025 Halloween commercials. As you see, we've had a great party, and I guess there is some truth to some of these superstitions. I keep finding out more and more about all the cool things the Pepsi Monster can do year by year, and how Ramses always manages to find it out. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. Oh, it's a news broadcast warning. Creepy monster with droopy face runs out screaming that a monster is chasing him and is now under arrest at the local police station. That face looks kind of familiar. Maybe I should go get him. Oh, you're here. It's time. It's Halloween. Let's celebrate here at Vesper's Retro Reviews. And remember, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that's right, Pepsi Monster. Ring that bell. And we'll see you all next time for another Spooktober if we raise enough money to get Ramses out of jail. Bye-bye, everybody. It's time to drink Pepsi and get wild.